Hey folks, welcome back to episode 23 of Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode. So right after the last episode, I was thinking about, okay, what is our next steps here after we get this creative tank, which we now have. Crafted this right at the end of the last episode. And so I was looking at the next creative, which is the creative gas tank. And yeah, we need another creative fluid tank. For some reason, I knew we needed another one. I just thought, oh, we can just wait and craft the gas tank, and then right at the end craft the vending upgrade, and we'll only need the one. But actually, the vending upgrade uses the fluid tank as well. So we're gonna have to craft a second one. So I started setting that up here. We're just waiting on the ultimate ingots. They're just crafting right now. I'm currently setting up the neutronium seeds. So obviously we have creative fluid now. So I just needed the one bucket of neutron fluid. This becomes infinite, and then we just fluid infuse that. I need 8 neutronium ingots, and that will get us the seed. And we need these a bit later on anyway. However, the first thing I'd like to do here is start working on the creative vending upgrade. I'm going to skip gas tank just for now, just since it's easier. And we've already done the Twilight Forest, so we already have this trophy for it. Actually, no, it's this trophy for the gas one. Hold on. Yeah, creative gas tank frame. Yeah, we need these ones. But we're going to skip this still. We're still going to do the creative vending upgrade, even though we have to get the gas tank before the vending. I want to get the singularities going. So for this vending upgrade, we're going to need one infinity. Well, we need 2. But if we have 1, we can melt it and then duplicate it using the creative tank. So we're going to need 1 of these, which means we need 13 of 4, 8. So I'm going to make 12 infinity catalysts. Alright, this infinity ingot, we're going to make 1. It takes 11 infinity catalysts. I'm going to make 12 so we can duplicate them later. And these take a lot of things. Most of these top items we have already. Besides the ultimate stew and the cosmic meatballs, we have everything else. But the main thing I want to start with are these singularities. There's a couple of ways we can go about doing this. So the way these singularities work is you need 10,000 items. Most of the time it's an ingot of a metal. In this case it's nickel for the nickel singularity. You need 10,000 of them to make one singularity. And we're going to need, well, 13 for this. And also we need to make a couple of ultimate singularities as well. For the ones that double up in the recipe here, for example diamond, this gets used in the infinity catalyst and in the ultimate singularity. I'm going to make 14 in total. So it's going to be for 11 of these, or 12 of these, and then 3 of the other ones. Sorry, 2 of the other, 2 ultimate singularities. So it's going to be 14 in total. Might sound a bit confusing just now, but once we start setting it up, you'll kind of see what I'm going for here. I have some notes here with some numbers I've calculated out. But yeah, we're going to start with the singularities, since that is the trickiest part to figure out, basically. Alright, so I've gathered up all the things for the neutronium seeds. We've got our mineralis crystal here. Should be able to just shift click it. And while these things were crafting, the supremium and things like that, I wrote down some more notes for the singularities we're going to need. So there's 27 that we require 14 of, and a further 12 that we need only 3 of. And I have them all written down, and we're going to just go in order, just so I don't get confused myself. Because there's a lot of different ingots and metals and things, so yeah, we'll I'm going to set some stuff up with the creative tank, and then I'll show you once I get all that figured out, because it's going to be difficult to do while I'm recording here. So we'll put this in. Actually, we need the crux as well. Oh, this is easy. I'll make that. Alright, so I'm just setting up a basic proof of concept here. So the way this is going to go is we have our creative fluid tank here, and we're going to use black coal tanks. So let's say we want liquefacted coal. We put a black coal tank right here, which I've already done. And then we get effectively infinite amounts of coal. We have 2 million, I don't know what that is, 2 million millibuckets. And then we output that into a smart output, and then we are basically printing blocks of coal for free. And the blocks of coal we need for the singularities. So basically we need 140,000 blocks of coal. And then I'm just outputting that into a compacting drawer. And I'm going to basically just copy this for every single singularity. There's going to end up with around 30 or 35-ish of these setups just stacked along this way, and then I can put a storage bus on the drawers and then output into quantum compressors to make the singularities. So I'll show you the process for the next one here. So we clear the creative fluid tank. That is clear now. The next one on our list is iron. Now for iron we already have over 140,000. Well, actually no, we don't. We would need to do a bit more. So let's actually do that. Let's do some more iron. So if we melt iron, put the iron in there, and then place down a quantum or a black hole tank. I keep calling them quantum tanks. They're black hole tanks. And there we have effectively infinite iron. We can stack this next to each other. So we've got the slot upgrades and the basin upgrades. And then all we have to do now is connect the conduits at the back, and then it's good to go. There, just like that. So now we're getting blocks of iron basically printed for free. And yeah, I'm going to copy this over for all the singularities we can do it this way. And I'll let you know if I have any issues or any troubles or make any modifications or anything. Right, so just a quick little update here. I've spent some time to set up the first 27 of the singularities that we need 114 of. So 140,000 ingots each. Obviously this isn't 27, but for example, like things like gold and lead, we have already nearly 270,000, so I don't need to do this. We don't need to make more, basically. We have enough gold in the system. So like gold, lead, silver, what else was there? Diamond, bronze, quartz. I skipped over those, and these are the ones we didn't quite have enough of, so these are the ones I've set up. It's mostly the alloys like Constantine, Electrum, Invar, steel, uranium. Yeah, I still have another couple more to set up, but I thought I would start by making the singularities. So we're going to obviously use these resources to make them, but we're going to kind of trick Ep23 here. So the way we're going to do this is by making patterns for like dummy items. So we can basically pick anything we want here. Let's just say, I don't know, torches. Let's say torches. So we can say one torch equals, we can say one iron equals one torch. We encode this recipe, and then we set up a interface with, yeah, let's do it right here. So if we put the pattern in this interface here, and I hook this up to Ep23, I need to give that power. So there's a flux point for that. I'll just stick it on the back. Power 1, disable limit. And then we put a catalyst in there. We can now say that we want 140,000 torches. 140,000, yep. That is going to now put 140,000 iron in here. Actually, no, it's not. I just remembered these quantum compressors only insert from the top, so we have to reverse order this. Alright, now it's working. I switched the interface to the top side, and now it's importing. So we have the power on the bottom now, and yeah, I'll clean this up with some facades and that. It's just I wanted to show you how I had this set up. So now there's going to be 140,000 items going in here, and that will give us the 14 singularities we need, and then we can repeat this process. I'm probably going to set up 3 of these. That'll be, or maybe 4. And we can do 4 at a time, since this is an even numbered room, unfortunately, just because of these evaporation towers. It's just the way it turned out. So I don't normally build even, but this is the way the room is. So I think I'll set up 4 of these and then start making our singularities. This is going to take a while also. I'll probably have to speed upgrade all these ingot formers. But yeah, we have a lot of, like, if we look at our redstone already, I just set this up and we got 6,000 blocks already, so it's really good. And if we find we need more, we can also add more of these, although I don't think it'll be necessary, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'm going to set up the rest of these setups here for the first 14, and then maybe I'll add another level above this, and because we're going to need a few more as well. I don't know, I'll figure it all out, and then I'll come back when I've made some progress on the singularities. It's now been about an hour and a half-ish. I've been setting this up. I got all the singularities we need materials for set up in here. I have the 4 quantum compressors set up as well. None of these are currently upgraded, although I think that's something I'll do just after this. I just wanted to give a quick update with where we're currently at. So all the materials we need are currently being ingot formed here. Well, it looks like I don't have... Actually, this is full already. Yeah, I need to upgrade these barrels. So there was one special case here for diamonds. I don't need diamonds. In fact, we're making the diamond singularities already. We have 140,000, so I have 140,000 already ordered. These 2 tanks here for redstone and diamond are in order to make these flux crystals. So these have to be made by fluid transpose and redstone with diamond. So these 2 are kind of combined. We obviously don't need the diamonds, but they're being produced here and then sent into this fluid transposer. Then the redstone is going into the diamonds and making us the flux crystals. But other than that, it's all the same setup here. I am always extracting on brown and just disconnecting the conduits, and then I have a item conduit all going into the drawer controller, and then a storage bus on that. And then there's also energy here as well for the ingot formers, and it's the exact same on both sides. Basically what we have to do now is just wait for all these to get to 140,000, or at least most of them. Things like Enderium we only need 30,000 of, because we only need 3 of the singularities. Although it's getting kind of late here, so I'll probably just upgrade these and then come back in the morning and finish this off. So hopefully we can get creative in tomorrow. I'm not too sure. I don't have quite as much time tomorrow, but yeah, this isn't the end of the video yet. I'll just take a break and come back to this. So it's now the next morning. I've been playing a bit last night as well. I wanted to kind of show the process here for the singularities. I got all these set up. I have them upgraded with 8 speed and energy upgrades in each one. And then I also have extraction speeds on the back of all of these. So we're making ingots at a really good rate now. It doesn't take very long. Most of these are already done anyway, in terms of the amount we need. It's going really quick for most. And I've started some of the singularities. So the ones in this box here are the ones we need 14 of, and the ones in this box are the one we need 4 of. So for example, this platinum is finished, so I'll just show you like the process of switching over. So what I do is I take the pattern out. Since this is one we need 4 of, I have a list here in order to help me keep track. So I put it in the order. It happens to be after iridium and before mithril, and then I put the pattern above it just in case we need it again. I'm using 4 items. I'm using a crescent hammer, a drawer key, pack and tape, and a necrotic bone, I think, for these patterns. It doesn't actually matter what you use, like here. That's just the 4 items I've picked that I'm going to cycle through. So in this case, it's a crescent hammer. So what I do is oops, wrong one. Go back to base, go to the interface terminal. We can now see that it's finished craft. Well, it's put all the items in and it's waiting for 40,000 crescent hammers, which obviously I'm not going to give it. So we just cancel the craft there, and actually another one finished there as well. But then what we can do is set the new recipe for crescent hammer. I'll tick off that I've done platinum on my list, and then we look to the next one. So I think Enderium, do we have enough Enderium? Yes we do. So we only need 40,000 Enderium, because this is one we need 4 of. So I set the recipe like this, go into quantum compressor, you can see the 4 recipes here, put in Enderium and then request 40,000 crescent hammers. So it'll be like that, hit start, and then it puts all the items into this and the process begins again. And then I basically just repeat that, and it looks like the silver one finished as well. So I can take that out and do the exact same thing and move on. Silver goes here, and that was with pack and tape. So I'll make a new recipe with pack and tape, and you kind of get the idea. I need to do this for all of the singularities, and there's 37 in total, or 39. So we just say pack and tape, and then pick a catalyst, so maybe lead. I haven't done lead yet. Encode the recipe, put it in there, and then this time it will be 140,000 since we need 14. and it's 10,000 per. So it's 140,000, hit start, and that's it, easy as that. So while that's going, I've been doing a bit of building as well. I'll kind of show you that. I've cleaned up this area quite a lot. It's not perfect, but it gets the job done. And yeah, I think we're more or less going to leave it like this. I'll maybe change some things here and there, but I like the way it flows now. You can actually walk through the rooms, and everything's kind of nice and neat, apart from this section here. Every so often I'll find different little things that I need to fix, like this. But yeah, while I'm waiting on the singularities, we should start gathering all the materials for this creative gas tank, which we actually need for creative vending, which is why we're making the singularities. So first up, we need to do gases. I just wanted to get the singularities up and running just because they take a while. And most of this is really not too bad, to be honest. We're going to need some more ultimate ingots. So I was making some more demon metal, and I think I was short end stone as well, so I've actually stopped the sieving process because we really don't need any ingots from that anymore down there. I stopped exporting things into there. I've left the micro miners on as well, but I've also stopped our zombie armor stripping farm thing. And the arc furnace, we don't need this anymore. So that's been stopped. I've also put a UU matter black hole tank here, and I'm printing more plastic at the moment because we need it for more solar cells. Believe it or not. We still have 2 more tier 6s to make. So if we look here for creative vending, yeah, we need 2 tier 6 controllers. And these take some more high voltage. I think I was down to 2,000 plastic, which I don't believe is enough. So yeah, I'm just printing some more plastic off for that. But first I want to do the gas tanks. So back to this creative gas tank, let's start gathering up these materials. So these 4 large tanks here, 512 millibuckets, I have all those. I just was able to duplicate them with the creative tank. 4 neutronium ingots, we have those. I put in the recipe in packaged auto, by the way, so like these Osco glass, benitoite, anglicite, we have all that. The next thing we need to get is rocket fuel, and obviously we only need 1, so we can just make the vat and then get hooch, and then so it's basically 2 steps here. So let's make this machine first. So the first step is with water, and it should be seeds and sugar, and that will give us the first fluid of hooch, and then we take the hooch and combine that with redstone and glowstone. So put that in there, redstone, glowstone, and that gives us a rocket fuel. And then we can duplicate that in the creative tank. So if we clear this, place this back, there we go. So now we have infinite rocket fuel. So it's 8 buckets we need. I'm going to take 9 just in case we need more for later, although I doubt it. But there is our 8 buckets in there, and 1 for later on. I also did craft another creative tank last night. It really wasn't too difficult the second time round. I had all the fluids, spare bucket, at least most of them. I didn't have the goat milk, so I had to wait on those again. But yeah, we have the second creative tank, so one of those is going to be used for gas tank. The last thing we're missing here is, well, we need more ultimate ingots, which I'll get off camera. But we also need this creative gas tank frame. So let me actually pin these, and we'll just go through them one by one. So hydrogen chloride. So we already produce chlorine automatically. We just have to get hydrogen in a chemical infuser, and it should be quite simple actually. Let me set that up. There, so now we have chlorine coming from the creative fluid tank, being converted to gas, and then hydrogen being produced here from water, and that has been chemical infused, and we need, how much of this? 512 millibuckets. Let me put some speed upgrades in this. I've maxed upgraded everything. So we're just, actually it looks like this water source isn't fast enough. I have a solution for that. Give me a sink. Nice, so that's filling pretty fast. That one's basically done. Sulfuric acid. We can do this easily. So obviously we need the liquid version. I'm not sure if it has to be nuclear craft or mechanism. Let's just try the mechanism way since we have this already in liquid form, and then just deconcentrate it. Or decondensentrate it. Right, and after a bit of fiddling with to try and get this in the correct side and the correct form, We are now producing sulfuric acid, so if we hook a gas tank up to this here, that's the second one taken care of, so that's that off the list. The ethylene gas, we make ethylene liquid, so we'll have to do something very similar to this to convert it, so let me do that. So this time we're just making the liquid ethylene gas, and remember we got the liquid ethylene from the very first power generator turbine that we got. So I need another gas tank. Ultimate gas tank. Should be able to just stick this in front of here. Yep. So that's that one done. DT fuel. DT fuel we're already making here for... Well, we actually don't need it for the reactor. We needed it for these things to start the reactor. For the catalyst, if you like. But I kept the chemical infuser here just in case we had to fill it again. So this will fill the gas tank. We just need to wait on that filling up. So that's DT fuel out of the way. Clean mithril slurry. I believe these slurries come from the mechanism machines. So I have one set up over here for draconium. If we have a look at that, maybe we can modify this somehow. Yeah, so this gives us clean draconium slurry. If we empty this out and we convert it over, take this out as well. So if we empty these tanks, we put in mana infused, which I think is mithril. Let's find out here. Maybe it has to be ore. Yeah, it looks like it has to be ore. I managed to steal some before the ore processing. Alright, I don't think we're able to convert it to liquid. I just tried there with the condensator. So I think we're gonna just have to stop our ore processing for mana infused ore, which I can do by taking the filter out here somewhere. There, if we take this out of here, our ore miner will be able to stop sending it all in there and getting processed. And for the time being, I can switch this out with the gas tank, and this should fill with the clean slurry from the ore. So we put the ore in here, we chemical washed with water. That gives us mithril slurry, turns into clean and fills the tank. So that's one more down. And the last four looks like it's just going to be the exact same process for titanium, iridium, draconium and boron. So I'm going to have to feed ores into this until we have full tanks of those. So for these last two gases, the boron and titanium, I don't quite have enough ore or ore production, so I'm trying to bump that up a little bit. I'm maxing out the sieve to get boron, which is the only source of boron ore I have that's automatic. I don't think it comes from ore miners. The iridium does come from ore miners, so I have the white lens in both of these ore miners, so we should get enough from that. And then the titanium ore. The titanium ore, I'll probably set up a digital miner on Europa, since we have a teleport there. I'm just exporting the mana infused using an export bus. I've stopped the ore processing on this, and then I'll switch it over when this tank's full of the mithril. And then I'll do the other 4 that we need. I'll also continue swapping out the singularity production as well. We just need to wait on some resources now, and I believe that's now everything we need for the creative gas. At least once we get these 4 tanks, right, we can now make everything else. I think I'll finish off this episode here. There's not a whole lot left to do right now other than just wait and grind up some more resources. So I'll come back tomorrow. I'll get all the singularities done tonight probably, and keep farming it out here basically, and then it looks like another one's finished here as well. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.